This week we're making a Super 8 short film. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam, and before we start I'd like to remind you all to please subscribe if you haven't already. We upload usually weekly on video production, photography, music production, home media setups and more. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, please be sure to subscribe, notifications on to stay updated on our latest videos. So yes, as I said, this week we're going to be taking another look at Super 8 cameras. We haven't done this for a good few months now, so I thought it was high time we do it again. Now I know the last few weeks we've kind of focused more on projectors and home media stuff, but I thought I'd take it back this week to kind of where we started, which was more based on lenses and cameras and stuff. So we're going to be doing a bit more of that again, but never fear, if you have subscribed for projector content, home media stuff, we're going to be doing plenty more of that over the next coming months and beyond. So stick around and yeah, enjoy this behind the scenes look at the Super 8 short film we made. Right, here it is. This is we'll go a bit further down. I want to get pictures. So we'll have to adjust the order of things. Yeah, so we're starting from here. Yes. So. Right, ready?
Wait, what am I actually going to do?
Just walking towards the church slowly.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, and go. Walk a little bit faster. Awesome. Yes. I'm like the wrong bits.
Yeah.
Gotta respect.
I don't mind with you.
Zoom it in, focus.
Right. Okay,
Ready?
oh frick. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, go.
Right. Oh, I think you got it. I think, well, maybe. Yeah, that's okay. Right, so I'll start here, and you'll kind of, so the camera's moving back and you'll walk into frame, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just see how we go.
Wait,
So
you want to just maybe rehearse this?
Yeah, so, okay, right, so camera's rolling and I'm like moving back, and then you're walking into
So
frame like
that.
that. And then maybe you can start like taking it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Nice. Okay, we're halfway through the film now, this is good. That's good stuff. I think I probably need a starring role now.
You do, yeah.
Because I'll end up falling over.
Yeah, it's super muddy.
What you could do, if you feel comfortable, control yourself there. That's quite nice actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on, stand right there and kind of just figure out the focus. Alright. Swap over.
Yeah. Hello.
I'll take the lens cap off so it doesn't look. So if you stand back probably another couple of feet just because the focus might be a bit off, and then just check see how you're doing. Tell me if you want me further forward or backward.
Okay.
Do I leave it on? Is it on? Does it say auto? I'm sucking in my gut right now.
Right. Yeah, the tiniest bit. That's fine, I like it.
Get that first and then get the wide shot. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's perfect. We could do like a static shot, right, Gonna?
But I don't think
No, I don't think you won't notice.
Yeah.
Right, it's all on.
No good thing.
Don't push the zoom button though. Right. Ready?
Yeah.
Go for it. 2.
Well,
No, go, keep going. 2, 4, 5, and yeah. Cool. I think what's happened is we went through the first bit real quick.
Yeah.
And then now it's like.
Slow down.
Well, there is every chance that it's not reading correctly.
Oh yeah.
So we should.
Well, I feel like we've got a good majority of that.
Yeah.
It does surprise us by going.
Yes. Let's look that off. That's fully zoomed in. Nice. Okay, that's actually really cool though.
Yeah.
Right.
Better be some great footage, Sam.
Well, I think we've nearly used it all up now, so I'm just going to finish with one last shot. And do you know what I'm going to use for the last shot is if we just kind of just wave at the camera.
All right, okay.
Okay, so I didn't actually quite manage to get the last shot I wanted. The roll of film ran out just before I could actually get what I was going to try and get, which was just going to be all three of us, you know, just kind of do a stand and kind of bow or something, I don't know. Unfortunately, yes, it ran out, so I couldn't do that. Anyway, I realised it's been a bit longer than I thought, so I thought it'd been a couple of weeks. Turns out it's been over 2 months since I shot that, and I've actually had the film reel back from Gauge Film, including the scan, for about a month now, and I haven't got around to doing anything with it until now. So I'm just going to go through with you what I've kind of done with it so far, and going to go through kind of the finishing touches of it and then see how it comes out. We were going to do, you know, a sort of a movement piece almost. However, Saffy's sister couldn't make it, and we had to kind of just wing it a little bit, and we decided to just kind of do something that was to do with, like, you know, freedom in lockdown and seeing friends again. And we just kind of made it up as we went along, and actually I think that's kind of in the spirit of Super 8 filmmaking anyway, so I think actually in that regard it worked out quite well. Now, I did want to go through and do sound design and stuff, but the reality is that at the moment things are getting really busy because everything's coming back in England. I'm getting really, really busy, so I just don't have the time to do a full-on sound design piece, and I really want to get this out. I'm very much a get things out there, and actually thinking about it, having gone through and watched a load of Super 8 films, actually I think it's better to just keep it with music anyway. And if I was going to do stuff with sound, I think it'd be better if it was more of a planned, scripted thing. So I'm going to do it without sound. I'm just going to pick some music in a bit. It was all shot out of sequence, so I chopped it up into sort of little sections, and I've basically done all the stuff where it's Saffy first wandering around. So all the stuff with her in it, I've done first as like the first half of the narrative. And then it's basically, it goes back to Elliott and me basically catching up with her, and then, you know, we kind of meet at the end, basically. Obviously, we only shot with one cartridge, so I didn't have much of a chance to reshoot. Well, we didn't reshoot anything. It was literally just, you have a sort of 2.5 minutes, because I insist on shooting 24, because I don't like the 18 frames a second thing, so I shot everything at 24. And actually, you'll probably be seeing this at 25, because I've got to conform it, because standards, whatever. So 2.5 minutes. That's all we had to shoot with it, and I wanted to get some nice, just sort of landscape stuff as well. I like the way that landscapes look on Super 8. What was quite good was because I had other people filming. It meant that I could actually be in it, which is kind of nice. You know, it's nice to be in front of the camera sometimes as well as behind it. I tell you what, the one shot that I was most happy with is this one right here. Like, this came out really cool, and it looks weirdly like modern, and yeah, I don't know, I just really liked how that all came out, so I thought it was pretty cool. And then this was the well-timed end shot that we did as well. So the other thing that I ended up doing was obviously a little bit of grading. It was given back in log form, and I didn't want to do anything too much like add any crazy styles or anything. If you take let's take this shot here. So this is what it actually looks like and comes back looking like. So actually, if you can see on the scopes here, it's actually a bit underexposed. Now, I don't know if that's the way it's scanned, but, you know, I needed to bring it up a bit. So what I did first was I just took it up by one stop. So before it was that, and then I took it up by one stop on the exposure, which I thought, so it's still not, if you actually look here at the scopes, it's still not peaking massively, but actually I think that's part of the look. I don't want to go too crazy with it. Now, in terms of other stuff I did bump the saturation just a little bit because I wanted the colours to pop. You know, 50D, the Kodak 50D, the colours are quite vibrant and I wanted to really show that. And then, now what I also did was I did actually sharpen it a little bit. So if you take the sharpening off, you just lose a bit of the grain clarity. And I like to have a bit more clarity on the grain. So I've only bumped it up a little bit, but I think it looks quite nice. People might think I'm silly for doing that, fine. I quite like kind of having like slightly sharper grain when it comes to that sort of thing. And then I did bump the vibrance a bit, so that's what it looked like before, and I put on about 40%. I also, finally, just to add a bit of contrast, I usually like to add a curve rather than contrast, so this is what it looked like before and now after, and I think that looks quite nice to me. You know, not everyone's going to like to do it that way, of course, understandably, everyone's got their preference. That's just the way I quite liked it, and I think it came out quite nice and vibrant without looking unnatural, obviously because it's all daylight balance and everything. And the other thing as well is the light meter in the Super 8 camera just works really, really well. So finally, to finish off, I'm actually going to pick an audio track from the YouTube audio library. I definitely knew I wanted it to be a piano sound, and I quite liked the sound of this, which is called Allegro. But I wonder if maybe it's a little too sad. I don't know. I'm toying with, you know, how it should sound. I don't really know just yet. The other one was number 4, Piano Journey. See, I quite like that. It almost has a little bit of a Truman Show feel with like, because it kind of... So it kind of goes to like the, I don't know if it's an augmented or a diminished, or it kind of goes on a weird kind of chord. I quite like that, so I think that's what I'm going to go for, but I will have a look at one other option, which is called Hovering Thoughts. Now, see, I don't like that. It's just a bit too nicey nice. So I think we're going for number 4, Piano Journey. And because actually the video is literally kind of people's journeys and meeting at the end, I kind of feel like that's quite appropriate. So that's what I'm going to go for. And then I'm going to drop that in. And yeah, so without further ado, you should see the finished, I guess, product, edit, whatever you want to call it, of this Super 8 piece that we've done. So there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that little short film. The film alone will be available on one of our showcase channels, hopefully now or in the next coming days or weeks. There may be a slight slowdown in content over the next few weeks. Some of us are taking a bit of time out just to have a bit of self-care, and also we're getting quite busy because there's a lot of summer work that's coming up, so there may be a slight reduction in content frequency for a little while, but have no fear, we're not stopping. We're still going to be doing it as regularly as we can. We just might not hit the weekly upload every single week just for the time being, because obviously we've got to prioritize making sure we're each, doing okay, and also got to prioritize, our main day jobs, as it were. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.